goes in. Hey guys, so I'm Chanel and you can find me on Instagram at @singlesinthecity_.
And I'm Lakiesha, and you can connect with me on Instagram at Lakiesha LPC.
All right, so we are here. We are talking about our favorite show, Love Is, on every Tuesday, 10/9 Central. So make sure you are keeping up. And we are here to share our thoughts, give our personal insights, and just recap each show. Yeah. So that's what we're here to do.
Yes, and so we're starting with episode 6, and that title was...
Oh, no, how could I forget? Technology saved me! Wait! Oh, God, and I looked it up and said it and everything. Supportive. How can I forget that? Because this episode was very much so. You can see that through and through. Supportive. Absolutely. Yes. This episode was called Supportive. All right. So to jump right on in. So Nuri and Yasir have this like magical evening together. It's kind of where this show picks up. So he is at her house and he's been chilling there.
Yeah, been there for a minute.
Yeah.
So it's still the morning.
Yeah.
And Nuri is getting herself together because she has to get ready for work. Yep. And you know, she had on this nightgown. And I was really like, so she wearing that?
Her and her nightgowns, because that is not me. Like, maybe she's just a different kind of woman, but y'all.
I thought it was cute. It was one of those like silk,
yeah.
You know,
it's super cute, but do Chanel go to sleep right now?
I wear a nightgown.
Nah, no, I don't.
My nightgowns be like people so I'm like, you know, don't care.
I got my little comfy like ones from Target, like they're not that cute like hers were, and or I'm either in like a t-shirt or sweatpants. Like that's how I'm going to bed. So shame. But shout out to Nuri and the women like Nuri who have on their little negligees, and she was cute. So.
She was cute. And you know, she was going through her closet looking at what to wear, and Yasir was like, you should wear that. And I was like, wait, what is she gonna wear?
I was thinking that too, like, so you want to wear that? And she like, you want me to wear my drawers outside? Like, I mean, because I know he had his drawers on.
He did. See, a confident man will have you outside extra confident.
In your drawers. Listen.
I did forget he was outside in his drawers, y'all. Lord. Yeah. So you know his confidence was there.
On 10.
Yes. And so she puts this white t-shirt under the negligee, like long, silky nightgown, and he's like, you should wear that. And she was like, okay. He was like, and she had her wedges, right? And he was like, you go wear them.
Like, he throw them in the garbage.
I was like, okay. And he was like, do you have any white tissues? She's like, yeah, but they're a little dirty or whatever. And he was like, that's okay because that shows character.
Yes.
Yeah. And so she had her white Converse. They didn't look dirty or anything, you know.
He is so smooth. Just everything about him will probably have you thinking that I'm gonna go outside with my drawers on and I'm gonna be looking good. So
yes. And it's so funny because I thought of when Will Catlett and Michelle Weaver and Mara Brock were on the Breakfast Club. Mara talked about, she was talking about this scene, although it didn't come on yet, and she talked about how Celine is, like, he dresses her.
Oh, wow.
Okay. You know, and she was like, you know, it'll be interesting what people take away with seeing, like, Yasir saying you should wear this, put on this, and things like that. And so it just made me, because she was like, you know, Celine he loves to dress, he loves to see me in certain things. And so it was funny because I think Nuri was a little hesitant at first, and what did he say? Like, for me, will you, or something?
Yeah, or something like that. Like, would you do it for me, or something in that manner? Yeah. And it was funny because somebody after this episode aired, and I was posting about it or whatever. Somebody asked me in my DM because I was doing like the questions thing on Instagram. So somebody was like, "Would you ever let a man dress you?" Or have you ever let a man dress you? So my initial answer was like, no, like that's never happened to me. Would I allow him to dress me? if he had the style and clearly he wouldn't have me outside looking crazy, then of course I wouldn't mind it because like Mara said, like her husband knows fashion, like he's into that, like that's his style. So I wouldn't have any problem with the guy like, hey, you should wear this or wear it like this. And if it's my man, like he know what he like and he likes me in it, like of course I'm with it. Like I'm gonna put on whatever you want me to do. This what you like. Like I'm trying to look good essentially for you, for you're my man. So,
that's a good question. I'm trying. You know what? I probably have, and it's funny because they were older guys.
Really?
But like with a fashion sense, you know. And so it was like I want to see you in this. You look great in this. Like, and for me it was like okay, right. Exactly. And I think, what does that do for us as women, right? With this guy that we like or we love, is like, I want you in that. I want to see you in that. Like, I you know, this makes you pop or whatever.
Yes.
The case may be. I think that raises our confidence.
Ooh, such a confidence booster. And you saw that in the show, Nuri, like when she walked out the door and she first arrived at work, so I'll leave it there.
Right, when
she first got to work, like you could tell, like her hair was long, she was definitely like, yes, like I'm out here, my man dressed me like I'm looking good. And it's funny because what she had on is something very similar to fashion today. Like
I agree.
Yeah. So she was ahead of her time.
She was.
Yasir was ahead of his time because it was his idea.
That's true. But yeah, so she walks into work.
Oh,
and everybody's just gawking. Like the guys' heads are turning and things like that. And then she gets by Angela. Angela's like, well, what? I didn't know Victoria's Secrets was out and something like that. So that retrospect, but because you could tell that Nuri didn't have on a bra. But it's funny because I was like, I couldn't really tell that.
Right.
I don't know.
I couldn't tell either because the negligee was black.
Right.
Like, y'all was looking too hard. Except y'all had no business looking at. So
exactly. And you know, but then after that, I think Nuri then became more of who she was to be like,
self-conscious.
So this ain't.
She got self-conscious because that esteem booster was no longer with her. Like she just was in her element of her other man, which is her job. Yeah. So then she was like, okay, I gotta please this man now. That's what I felt like.
That's good. I gotta please this man, which is the job.
Yeah.
So then, of course, now she's like, let me go to wardrobe and see if they got a coat or something I can borrow.
Listen, scrambling. And then in wardrobe, the girl was like hyping her up again.
Yeah. She was like, that's bold. Yeah. That's cute. And the other girl.
She wasn't by. She was like, she was like, oh, what you doing? But the other lady was like really like having her popping. I thought she was gonna be like, well, okay, I can do this. But she got the coat anyway. And the coat made the outfit look super trash. And I was like, why does she wear that stupid Carmen Sandiego coat? So yeah, she put this coat on, and it made her look odd because the coat looked out of place. So then, you know, she gets back
and Norman is like, so you just gonna roll out of bed and wear your pajamas?
And you like, so you late with your pajamas on? Like, Norman's like, what are you doing?
Yes, I think she was just like, oh, wait, okay.
A mess. I'm so mad that she did that. But after that, they get some news. So one of their, they were trying to do like a backdoor pilot, like a spin-off.
Yes.
And it got picked up, and Norman is trying to decide who's going to write the script for this new show.
Yeah. And so, but he decides based on contracts because Angela's contract says she gets 2 scripts. And then I'm assuming Nuri is probably 1 or
he didn't really say, and I was wondering that too, like what did her contract look like, but he didn't go into that.
Yeah, and so you know he shared that with the ladies, and then was like, you know, it'll be up to Angela to decide if she wants you to co-write it with her. And you know, he walks out, and so you know, Nuri is just like so excited, like girl empowerment, women supporting women, like we gonna do this together, girl. Like girls rule the world, you know, doing all of this talking. But like Angela is just like still in shock Like, what? And so she gets up, and then Nuri turns around and looks, and Angela's gone. She gone. Lord. And Nuri go ahead like, Angela, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, this part was good to see.
Yeah.
Especially if you have girlfriends and you have different ideas of what things should look like. Mm-hmm. I thought that this was a good scene to show. And a lot of people online was like, Angela was wrong. Like, how could she do this to her friend? She was being, but when it comes, and she said it, like, this is business.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what it is. And you have to do what's best for your business. Not to say that, I don't want you to help me. Right. But if I'm getting this opportunity, then I can't, like, use this safety net of us doing it together. That's kind of how I took it. Like, it feels safe. Like, we're doing it together. Then we kind of have each other to fall back on. Versus if I have to do this on my own, then I have to stand on my own 2 feet. Mm-hmm. This is just how I took it. It might not be, how other people took it. But I don't see anything wrong with how she explained it. Mm-hmm. It did come off a little harsh. And I'm, in that sense, like, I'm more like Nuri too, where I'm just like, oh no.
Right. And maybe because on Nuri's end, I'm sure she would be like, if that was me, I would be like, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Like, it's me and you. We gonna do this. We the only 2 women.
Absolutely.
And before they got into the deep conversation, Norman comes out. Look at that, 2 black women working together.
Right.
And Angela was upset because she was like, that was some foul stuff.
Yeah.
Like, for him to make me to tell you no. Yeah. Basically.
Right. When ultimately I feel like he should have told her no, because it was Angela's script. Like, he said it. Like, you have 2 in your contract. So Norman should have been like, okay, well, I'm giving it to her. Like, it's not yours. Mm-hmm. This is contractually her script. So I see where Angela was going with that word. She was put in an odd situation to have to share that with her. And Nori, at first she was like, and she was mad. Like, she was mad.
She had to accept it. Mm-hmm. And so I think that was tough because again, you do see Nuri, like, it's always like girl empowerment, women empowerment, black girl magic, like, all that. I got your bag, you got mine, like, I'm here for you. Because I think of, Angela had her back when she would leave work and cover for her. And remember when Angela was at that store meeting the guy online, and Nuri said to Yasir, like, she had our back. I'm gonna have her.
I have to have her.
So it's like you see that with Nuri, and and for Angela not to display it, I think that's probably where people were like, wait, she was wrong, because we see Nuri show up all the time. But it's like, at the end of the day, Angela show up too for her.
Absolutely.
But this time, right? Should our friendship seep into the business?
Right. Yeah.
We can't look at it like, oh, we're friends, so we have to do X, Y, and Z
together. Absolutely.
But I know that could probably be tough. Like, fortunately, I've worked with friends, but we became friends like after we worked together. But I haven't ever had to be in that situation.
Yeah. True.
With a friend that.
Yeah.
Have you?
No, not anything like that. Where it was like we had to get out to work together. Like, no, I've never really worked with my friends other than like this and like podcasting. Like, me and my friends all do different stuff, so we have the opportunity to be in that situation.
Right. And I think those are a little different because those are more like voluntary.
Right. We chose to do this podcast. We chose to do this vlog. So at that point, it's just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But no, like, and that was that build up to be like, ooh, because I think watching it as a woman, you felt like, oh, that's a little tough. But on the flip side, it's like, well, why can't they have that discussion? Because I'm sure if it was 2 men, nobody would care. But since it was 2 women, it was like, oh, well, they have to work together. Like, why should you do that to her? Like, she's not being a good friend. But at the end of the line, it was business. This contract belongs to me.
And I love that you said that, because if it was 2 men, and it's funny because even if it was reversed on the TV screen, if that was 2 black men, would it still have as much emphasis for people to be like, oh, he did him wrong?
No. I don't.
You know what I mean? So where is this discrepancy or this divide that went, and maybe because in society, sometimes we oftentimes put down other women. So
That's
maybe
true.
that's where people are tied to it, to be like, but at the end of the day, you should be supporting your sister.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But if it was two men, that would not even be a topic of conversation.
At all. Yeah, at all. Nobody would have thought anything about it or second guessed it at all. So that happens. It leaves a sour taste in, I feel like, everybody's mouth. Yeah. So they leave, and Angela's like, you know what? Like, we shouldn't even be talking about this. Like, let our lawyers.
Yes. I was just like, our agents should be having this conversation.
Yeah, I was
like, oh.
Right, she was not playing at all. Like, Angela's all about the business. And at that moment, I was like, all right, you got to do what you got to do. So then Nuri leaves, and Yasir picks her up driving her car. So this was another topic. Another big topic on the social media where people are like, "You driving her car?" Like, yeah. Like people were like, "Oh no."
So okay, I've had that experience where a guy I was dating, we were together, would drive my car and pick me up from work. I won't say now that would happen,
right?
But back then, yeah.
Okay.
It One, and I'm thinking it's only been two guys ever. One being my kid's father. When something happened with his car, and so I had a car, so whatever. And then when we were together. And then another guy that I was in a relationship with, he didn't have a car, but he would drive mine.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think, me and my son's father, of course, we were living together and doing everything together, so he would drive my car or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, not, like, just have it, like, whatever. Because he was paying for it, too, so that's another story. And then I was dating another guy, and he would, like, I would let him drive if we were going out. Because I just feel like the guy should drive, and I'm weird like that. Like, I just feel like the dude should drive.
Okay.
So I would let him drive if we were going somewhere, but he wouldn't, like, drive my car and then drop me off and then go on about his business with my car. Because I'm very, like, particular about my car. And people don't drive like I drive, so I just be like, oh, no, take my car. But that's just weird little me. But watching the scene though, like I didn't think anything of it until people brought it up on social media. And they was like, yeah, he was driving her car. What I didn't like though was that he was smoking in her car, and I would have been like, what you not gonna do is smoke a cigarette in my car. Like that part, I was like, no, like now you're taking this too far.
So now you get a little too comfortable.
Yeah, right. Like you're real comfortable with my car. But other than that, like I didn't see anything of. I didn't think anything of it.
And maybe people, I wonder what people like, is he using her? He ain't got no job, like so he in her car. What is he doing all day in her car? Because if we think about today's time, many times women are having those conversations like, oh, but if he ain't doing nothing all day, why does he need your car? But it's like you got to think of the other side. Like, is he going to job interviews?
Right.
You know what I mean? Taking care of, like, I don't know.
Right, you're right. That's a good point. And I'm so engulfed in the show, I forgot the man didn't have a job. So I'm like, I didn't think anything of it. But that's a good point to bring up. That, what is he doing all day?
Right. So I'm pretty sure that is probably the motive of people who mentioned that.
Yeah.
Like, well, what he doing all day in her car?
Right.
Is he doing X, Y, and Z? Like,
that's true.
What is he doing?
Yeah.
So I'm sure that was where those motives came from the question.
Yeah. So he picks her up, and clearly he can see all in her face that she has had an awful day. Something happened.
And I just love it though, how so attuned he is.
Yes, I love it.
And he's like, well, I'm gonna give you a minute.
Yes.
Open the door for her and closed it for her, and they drive to her house. And I'm trying to remember, did she actually say what was the issue?
In the car?
Yeah.
No, I don't think she told him what actually happened in the car. She told him when they got to the house. Like, what was happening.
Okay. And then, because I'm trying to remember, because all the scenes run together. But, so then she would come home, like, it would show her, like, coming home different days and things
so
like
before that. So they do talk about it. So before that, like, they talk about it. And he was just like, wait, was that the same thing? Maybe you're right. Maybe they do go into like it's been a couple days and she's still like not wanting to share with him. Because this is after they went to the movie. Because they went to the movies.
Oh, they went to the movies after. That's right.
Because he was like, yeah, like I know it'll make me feel better. Like when I'm feeling down, like I go to the movies.
Yes, that's right. Because she's still out in that cold and stuff. Yes, so they go to the movies to see some film, but also at the same time, before they get to the movies, Angela is at like some club or bar or something, and she see Keith.
So that's okay.
So okay, we can talk about that whole scene.
I was trying to figure that part out. Like, did he invite Angela or did she just show up? I don't think
so. I think she just showed up.
Oh,
I think she saw him. Was like, oh, a familiar face.
Oh, okay.
Like, hey, Keith.
Because I was confused. Okay, because we don't get into it because I was going to be mad at her, like, what you doing? But okay, she just showed up.
Yeah, she just showed up. But before Angela shows up, Keith is having a conversation with some guy, and he clearly was trying to hit on him. And like, you can see Keith trying to like go back and forth, but then Angela called and she's like, Keith!
That guy was perceptive. Like, I thought Keith was about to get real with himself at that moment. Because that guy, he had me wanting to be like, yeah. Like, he was very, like, smooth with it. Like, wow. I'm like, is that how, people pick up each other? Because he was just like, well, I can tell you everything you need to know about what you're drinking. And I was just like, he was to the T with that one right there.
He was.
So, yeah, he almost had Keith thinking, like, I'm kind of ready to jump out this closet. But then Angela comes and was like, hey, Keith. And you can see it on his face where he was just like,
reality set in, like, okay, I can only go so far.
Yeah, because he was sucked in. And then the guy who was hitting on him, like, leaves, but he, like, says the address to where he's going, so I wonder if they're going to cut to that.
Oh, my gosh,
on another episode. So he was just like, Melrose. And I was like, why are you saying that?
But then be like, hey, so if you want to stop by and hang out, okay. So that's what I took from that. And so, Angela takes the seat and they're just kind of talking about the day and things like that. And then I don't even know how they talked about the movie.
I think Angela was just saying, like, they're having like this silent movie festival or something, like we should go. And he was like, all right, like, let's go.
Yeah, so then they go and they're there, but also Yasir and Nuri are there, and Nuri's like reading the subtitles out loud.
Out loud and annoying. Like, which is funny because I don't like subtitle movies either. Like, I'm just always like, well, I can't see them. Like, they're too small, they go too fast. But her reading them out loud, she's like, I'm an auditory learner. I was cracking up. Like, oh my God.
And you could clearly see Yasir was like getting frustrated, so like, girl, I wish you would just hush and read in your head, finally read.
So annoyed with her. I was just cracking up at that part.
Yes, that was so funny.
Oh, goodness.
So, people hear her and lo and behold, so Yasir made a point like, see, I told you there's other black people here, but that happened to be Keith and Angela. Yes, and so Nuri kept reading her the words out loud. And then Angela turned around just like, really? Yeah. And then Nuri see them, and then Keith and all of them look at each other and make eye contact. Totally awkward. Awkward enough to where then Angela and Keith turn around and like sink down and they see.
So awkward. Oh my goodness. I was just like, ooh.
And Nuri was just like,
hey. It was gasoline to the fire at that point.
Come on.
Yes.
Yeah. So the movie is over. They're walking out. I really love this scene. So, Nuri introduced Angela to Yasir. And, she reached out for hand. She was like, no, sis, I'm going to give you love.
I love that.
And I was like, love.
He a real one. Like,
he, like, for real. I was just like, this Yasir, like, he is everything.
He is a real one.
And he was just like, you've had our back from day one. Like, you get a hug. And then he was like, and you beautiful.
Yes.
Girl, you keep like, wait a minute, you already got it.
He's not a real one. So, but Yasir was like, you. And how good would that, like, a man who acknowledges that, but does it in a way where it is like, I see you, because I'm a black man and I see you.
Yeah,
like, I need to recognize. I need you to recognize that. Not, oh no, I want to be with you too.
Right. And it's funny because I have an older friend whose husband is that way, and and it's so funny because she is still confident in who she is.
Yep.
And when he gives women this positive affirmation, she feels no way because this is just who he is. He means nothing sexual or anything outside of sis, you are beautiful.
I love that. And I feel like I said, as black people, and especially from a black man, like a black woman needs that acknowledgement from a black man. Like, I don't care if he was a stranger, like walking down the street, but if a black man is just like, you beautiful, like, how I'm gonna be like, for real? Like, thank you. So it's awesome. So that was a very good scene to see that.
It was, and I think taking it a step further, like, because a man says he's beautiful doesn't necessarily mean he wants to date you either.
Exactly.
So it's like for us to know, okay, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean like, you know, he wants to get your number and being okay with that, right?
Yeah, you gotta be okay with it.
Yeah, but I think it comes with that fear, like, what you mean I'm beautiful?
Right.
What you want? Like, where you coming from? What just...
And that comes from, we don't get it. We don't hear it enough from black men. So when we do hear it, it comes off as a flirt. When it's just like, I'm just letting you know. I don't like you.
You say you beautiful, but I don't like you.
That. Like, we need more of that. We need more black men, like, just acknowledging that.
We do. Because it'll make a sister's day, I'm sure.
It will. Just try it for, like, the next week. Just try to, like, tell as many black women as you can that they're beautiful.
Yes, and let us know.
Yes.
Let us know.
Yes.
And I'm trying to think. I know I was listening to something. Oh man, and they were talking about this. Like, it was somebody famous, and I'm drawing a blank on who I was listening to. But anyway, like, she was having a conversation with her friend, and she was sharing like how she told. It was like, maybe it was your podcast.
Oh, the one we just did.
Yes, the podcast. And I heard that when she was sharing with her roommate. Like,
so on Brunch with Besties, that's podcast. Support her.
Yes.
Is what it's called. So
and she shared like with her roommate to just tell a woman
and he
beautiful
did it.
And things like that, and how much that changed like his perception and just outlook on things.
That totally did happen.
Yeah.
Listen, Brunch with Besties out here. No, that was good though. So to any other black men out there, give it a try and definitely let us know the results you get, or even like if you journal it, like she did this, like kind of record the woman's reaction.
Yes, that'll be.
And hopefully it's more like, oh, thank you, and not like what you want. So,
right,
because that would be terrible.
That would be terrible. But record that too.
Right.
And I feel like that means it's some work that we have to do.
Absolutely, as black women, you're right.
Yeah, and as a community. But yeah, so they go their separate ways, and then now I feel like each day is going by and showing Nuri like coming in the house and pouring her tea, and y'all see her every day like, how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm good.
And it's dope. Like it's dope how he gives her that time. Like, he doesn't pressure her to tell him. Like, she like, well, he's in his mind like, well, when she's ready to talk, like, she will.
Yeah.
I love that, because I'm the type where I'm going to pressure you to talk to me, because I'm always like, what's wrong? Like, tell me what's wrong. So it was good for him to be like, to give her that moment to really figure it all out.
Yeah, I love that. And, it shows each day she's coming back and like, it's fine, I'm fine. But you can clearly tell it's something more. And then one of the days he finally was like, look, if you need some time and space while you're in this funk, I'll just go. And then she was like, no, went and sat to him and was like, it's just because of X, Y, and Z. So, even for him to acknowledge, and it's not like, and again, his tone is everything.
Oh, I love his tone.
The tone of how you say something says a lot, and is interpreted differently. And so just him keeping that monotone the whole time, like, look, while you're in the funk, I can just go and give you your space.
Right.
And so acknowledging how she was feeling. And I think that helped her even more to just share, like, what was her frustration.
To open up. And then that's a pivotal part of any relationship to really feel vulnerable and comfortable that you can share how you're really feeling with somebody. Because that was a lot. Like, I feel like that day for her was just a lot to kind of take in. So it was good. And then they do shoot back to the older Nuri and Yasir at this point, and he was like, it felt good for her to need me.
Yes.
He needed that as a man, being that he doesn't have his dream job at this point. He doesn't have anywhere to stay, but for her to need him in some way, like, that was reassuring for him. And even for her to be like, okay, well, I was allowed to be a brat, and that you didn't like judge me based on that. So I thought that was perfect because I'm a brat too. So.
I loved every aspect of that, and even when Yasir tried to like get Nuri together, still in a loving way, like, well, I think he didn't say jealous, but he was like, babe, just like you feel some type of way, like what is that you feel? But then come to find out, Nuri was more concerned, like, she didn't know how far the relationship with Angela and Keith would go because she made the comment about, well, like, I don't want her to get AIDS and things like that.
And finally, she took it too far.
Finally revealed to Yasir, like, Keith told me that he's gay. And so, she was like, should I tell her? Woo-woo. And, Yasir was like, no, because that's not your truth to tell. That's his.
Exactly.
So her even having that counsel from him, but I think, it still probably puts her in a sticky situation, like, this is my homegirl. And I know this thing, and not to say that anything will come about Angela and Keith, right? Because she doesn't know that, but I think she's just like, I want to save her before anything come about. Yeah, and I'm glad he kind of talked her off the ledge, because I think she was being very emotional when she said all of that. Like, she was salty, basically, is what it was. So I'm glad he was able to kind of reel her back from that, to really get her to think like, okay, well, it's not really your spot. Like you said, like, you don't know the extent of their relationship at this point. So if he gay, like, that would have been terrible. And then their friendship would have really been like, done. Right, because if she would have been like, how could you even think that I would do something like that to you? Like, So and Angela even says that at the movies. Like, I hope you don't think that I would break our girl code. Like, this not what you think it is. So, Angela's she a real one. Like, I trust her. She is. Yeah, so after watching this episode, what was your take about what love is?
Oh, love is being you. That's what I'm going to go with today. Love is being you. So that end part really, like, struck a chord with me, because, like I said, I am a brat. I'm the baby of the family. My mom still treats me that way. So unfortunately for my future husband, that comes along with it. Like, I'm the baby. I very much act like it. I do a lot of impulsive things. So to reel me back from that, I need a man that's willing to take that tone, like Yasir takes, and be like, okay, well, you're doing this, but that might not be a good idea. Like, did you think about it this way? So somebody who's really, like, confident and comfortable in themselves to really, like, call me out on stuff is what I need. So I was like, love is the ability to be yourself, but to know that this is who I am. Like, you can't change me, but be that factor to be like, okay, well, I know this is her, but let me kind of give her some different perspective too. Yeah. So
I love every piece about that. For me, it's love is allowing others to support you, what the title is. Because love, love is patient, love is kind, love won't steer you wrong. Right. It'll be that guide. And so if you have those individuals in your life that say they love you and you love them, you should be able to take their guidance and their counsel.
Yeah, I agree. That's good. Yeah, this is a good episode.
It was. I'm so excited. Like, I don't know what to expect. I really hope that they get picked up for season 2. I really feel like they are.
I think they will. This show is huge. So what we saw from the previews coming into episode 7 is Yasir is going to meet Nuri's mom, and I know that's going to be interesting. Oh gosh. So we shall see what's all about to happen on the next episode. So be sure to watch Love Is on every single Tuesday at 10/9 Central.
Yes, and follow us on Instagram, Instagram page, Love Is Vlog Series _.
real. And again, I'm Chanel. You can find me on Instagram at @singlesinthecity_.
And I'm Lakiesha. You can connect with me on Instagram at Lakiesha LPC. And connect with us too by listening to our SoundCloud and Google Play. We're a podcast now.
Absolutely. So now you can listen in your car, working out, whatever you're doing, or you can watch us on YouTube. So don't forget that.
Yes, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And when we are on other platforms of podcast streams, we'll let you know. Because then we'll ask you guys to rate us and review us.
Absolutely. But until then, we will see you guys on the next episode.
Yes. Bye.
Bye. Peace.